Do you know me with Howie Mandel? Question number 1. Is Howie a procrastinator? Is Howie a procrastinator? I'm going to say no, because we've learned that Howie tries not to think, and therefore he wouldn't even think about not doing something. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it once presented the option and just get it out of the way, is my guess.
I would agree.
Okay. Allie?
I think he's absolutely.
All right, we're 2 for 2.
Split.
We're split. Howie, what are you a procrastinator?
Do I have to answer now?
Well,
See what I did there?
yeah, we
I
do.
see.
Yeah.
There?
All right.
No. I in fact, if there's anything to do, I'm so neurotic. It's part of my. I do everything. Do. In fact, when you weren't looking, I filled this box.
Is Howie a morning person?
I'm going to go with yes. He seems sprightly, like he'll get up. He enjoys maybe having the extra hours in the morning to get a couple of things done to start his day. Maybe he likes to have a routine.
I'm going to say that Howie doesn't consider himself to be a morning or a night person. He can take exception or embrace both, depending on his neuroses or how he feels about that particular moment.
I think he became a morning person when he settled down a little bit more. Because to do comedy, you can't be a morning person because you're up late at the clubs and everything. So I think it was only when his career changed that he became a morning person.
Howie?
Well, somebody was right there. I don't know who she was, but as a comic, I was up all night and working all night. But when that went away, I'm not a morning person, and I'm not a clean morning person. I could stay in bed till 11 or noon, and then I can't really function until I have my coffee. So everyone is wrong.
Great. All right, question number 3. Has Howie ever spent New Year's Eve in another country? Yes. You're been a celebrity for a long time. I'm sure there's been a gig or you've worked on some sort of New Year's Eve that, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say probably.
I think so.
Well, you're all right.
No.
No. Oh, I thought you were finished. I'm sorry. You're all right. You know, if you'd done just a little more research, you would have found I'm from another country, people.
Oh, that's you're born in
doesn't
Toronto.
count.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Canada totally counts. Don't
We're
write
all-
in.
we're
Don't
all
write
one.
in. Canada counts.
Yeah, we're all one country. Yeah, we will be someday. I don't know. Has Howie ever totaled a vehicle?
Have I what?
Totaled a vehicle? Been in a car crash that, or I guess a boat would have. A vehicle. I mean,
A train.
Have you driven a train?
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
I bet he's a meticulous driver.
I think so. In his youth.
Yeah. Yes, is the many. I am the worst driver. I have no attention span. I get bored looking out the windshield, and I've crashed a lot of things, but I've bought probably 4 boats because and they weren't my boats. I would rent boats. My family won't come in the boats with me. I've grounded boats and smashed them into rocks, and then I thought they were damaged, and they made me buy new boats. So every vehicle, you don't want me behind the wheel.
I'm not shocked by this answer.
Why?
Because I thought you'd be so meticulous and so like
No.
10 and 2.
No, I can't. My wife is screaming the whole time I drive. Just look. That's all she says is look out the window. Just look. And like I'll go look at that pretty thing, and then you know, and I don't focus. I have the attention span of a gnat. You know, I took flying lessons to try to get a pilot's license, and the instructor made me stop and said, "This is not for you," because
mid-flight.
Yeah, it was mid-flight. He goes, "You're not, what are you doing?" And I go, "Look at that." He goes, "No, look at this. Look at this." I wasn't looking at the instruments, and he goes, "You don't have the mentality to do this. This is not you. It's really dangerous, and I don't want to give you any more lessons."
Right.
So I don't.
Okay. Would Howie ever pose nude for a magazine?
It depends on the context.
Would he ever? I mean, I don't even know if he has. But I think there's a world where he would have, or could have, or maybe still might. So I'm gonna say yes.
100%.
Unless his instincts tell him otherwise, because he wants to trust his instincts. But I'm still gonna say he would.
I don't think I would. I just I love that what I've created around my whole aura is mystery. And why are you laughing? That wasn't the response that I was going for.
Yeah, I don't know. I just everything you say makes me happy right now. I don't know.
No, I'm very mysterious. Plus, I think, like you just revealed that you grew up in a big Catholic family. If I was in a nude in a magazine, everyone would know I was a Jew. And I don't know that I would do it in a magazine. And somebody said it depends what it's for. I would do it in a pamphlet in a doctor's office.
Yeah. Or if like a charity asked you, or if it was for a good, like, I don't know.
For a charity.
Well, I've seen like a lot of people
what are we,
do like,
what are we raising money for?
A lot of people
Chrissy?
do it like nude for vegan. Like some people do nude for vegan or something like that.
Oh, really?
Like you never know.
Yeah, yeah, that's for a cause. I'll show my nuts. To raise money, I will show my testicles to raise money for the right cause.
I mean,
so if you have a cause and my testicles can help,
there you go. Testicular cancer. I'm very excited about this. I'm gonna get them on board.
Show my nuts to feed the hungry.
That's
nuts
great.
Nuts for the hungry.
And that's our next ad for nuts.com.
You have a nuts.com?
We do. Yeah,
We do.
They're delicious, Howie. You should try
So
some.
on nuts.com, if I could be the poster guy for nuts. I used to send cards. They weren't mine, but remember nutscaping?
No.
You don't know nutscaping? Google nutscaping. Nutscaping is beautiful, like scenic shots, but just on the top, it's just you could just see like almost like the moon, but it's nuts hang into the shot.
We just Googled it. Yeah.
One year, I sent out my holiday card. It was nutscape. It wasn't my nuts, but I just find nutscaping great because look at what is the aperture of the lens that you can capture the scenic beauty of whatever the landscape is that you're looking at. But anyway, I don't know how I got into nutscaping, but it's what an amazing, it's blending two
art forms. Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah.
Really.
It's disgusting.
Both God's creations.
I always picture, you know what I always picture? I'll look at something like that, or even like, you always hear about, I've never done it and wouldn't do it and couldn't figure out why I would do it, but dick pics and things like that.
Yeah.
When you see things like that, you always imagine the actual image of the photography. Like, right?
A man bent.
I always notice the background. Like, I don't notice the pic. I'm like, oh, they didn't make their bed behind them. Or I'm like, oh, why are they wearing white socks with black shoes in this sideways?
Chrissy gets a lot of dick pics. We've come to find out.
Do guys send? I've been out of the dating world, and I know that on Bachelor you don't do that, right? It's just roses and stuff. But all of us who don't have stems given to us in production want to share that with the lady friends. Is that what's happening? Do people send you dick pics?
If like on the dating apps, yeah, it comes pretty fast. Like, that didn't come out right.
Wow,
it didn't come out right. But I knew you could pick up on that. But like, depending on the situation, you can get a dick pic pretty quickly, unsolicited.
Amanda disagrees.
I never get dick pics on dating apps.
Allie's not even on dating apps, so she wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I mean, it happens. I don't think it happens to everyone.
It happens. Well, are you saying that like flipped and took a picture of your penis and accidentally sent it to somebody? Oh, no, shit, it happened again.
I think it is deliberate for the people doing it. For sure. All right, final question. We'll stay in the nudity world. Has Howie ever mooned someone, whether he was trying to nutscape or otherwise?
Yes.
Have you ever nutscaped, Howie? I mean, could we?
Oh,
could we convince you?
Are any of their nut? Yeah, because
I'm so offended by the nutscaping.
It's anonymous.
Yeah,
like,
it makes me want to puke.
Why?
Wow. Why?
It's the pubic hairs that are coming off.
Chrissy's like, it's the worst part. It's the worst part of the. Yeah.
It's the pubic hairs that are like flailing off in the light. I can't.
Chrissy wants to see the slide. You know, she wants to see
something.
The shaft.
I'm fascinated by the fact that you can see the pubic hairs and like it's not blurry yet. You can
Yeah.
still see the background. I think that's an
Yeah,
amazing.
it's not like a 2.8 aperture. It's more of a
Yeah,
higher
dual
aperture where you
focus.
can get. Yeah, it's a
Very
dual focus situation.
Full
Yeah.
focus. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Without the nut hairs, you can't appreciate the skill that was put into that.
And the subject has to stay relatively motionless, it would seem, to get a clear photo because you don't want.
But
any
you know
movement.
that's not the person with the nuts taking the picture. You know,
Yeah,
you can't
exactly. The person taking is really down in there. It's a very vulnerable.